Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer that I picked up at the LCBO today. This beer is right here. This beer is Saison du Japon from the Hitachino Nest, or Hitachino Nest is what they call it. This is from Kyuchi Brewery. The agent is Ozawa Canada Inc. in Richmond Hill, Ontario. The best before is the 22nd of April 2017. This is 6% alcohol, but the alcohol is crossed off on the back, so I'm curious what they had on there. There you go. There's the look of it. Yeah, I guess it's just time to drink this, isn't it? What do we have on here? Nakashua Ibikona, Japan. Kyuchi Brewery, product of Japan. Hitachino Nest. So this is basically the only Japanese craft brewery I've ever seen in Ontario. Saison du Japon is brewed with koji, which is malted rice, which is a vital ingredient to create a sake. This beer has a uniquely sweet flavor of rice koji and a natural acidity caused by the fermentation and an aroma to kick off yuzu citrus. Okay. Flavored beer brewed with yuzu. I have no clue what yuzu is, but apparently it's a citrus fruit according to the back of this. And there's koji in it, which is malted rice. Now the one thing I'll say is this beer wasn't really shook up, so that was a little bit surprising to me. Just a little bit. I have a new shirt here. It's a new Albino Rhino shirt from the Pints for Prostates. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this side to sop up all this beer. And then we'll spray the table when we're done with some Windex. We'll use the other side to wipe up the Windex, and then we'll clean the shirt. Yeah. So, there we go. A little bit of haze, not much at all, a little bit of haze, bright white head, lots of carbonation moving in there, golden color, scent. Ooh, I don't actually like that all that much. Okay, so Hitachino Nest is a brewery that is very hit or miss with me because I'm not a big fan of Asian beers, and I know that sounds really bad to say, but what it is I'm not a big fan of rice malt. I don't like rice malt. Hitachino Nest, though, basically makes craft brews like North America or Europe would do, but they use rice malt, in this case koji, and usually they taste pretty good, but Hitachino Nest is hit or miss with me. It's either I really like the beer or I really don't. By the smell of this beer, I don't think I'll like it, but who knows? Who knows until you try it, right? So there is a very, very apparent alcoholic sweetness, and at 6% alcohol, it shouldn't really smell alcoholic, but it does. Now, there's also a underlying citrus smell. It must be the yuzu. Now, if you asked me what yuzu was, I wouldn't know, but it sort of smells like a mixture of lychee and honeydew. Let's try it. Cheers. Okay. First and foremost, very effervescent. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of carbonation playing along the tongue in this beer. Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of carbonation playing in this beer. There is that somewhat metallic, almost medicinal sweetness that I get from most things with malted rice. A lot of gluten-free beers give that taste off to me. And then there is that taste. It's kind of lychee, honeydew, and lemon all mixed together. All in all, by the smell of this, I thought I was going to hate it. But by the taste of it, it's actually not a bad beer. It really isn't. Wow. Wow, that dances on the tongue. Light mouthfeel, but very effervescent. Light flavors, in all honesty. Really, other than that weird fruit flavor that's like a mixture of a bunch of North American fruits, and that metallic medicinal sweetness off of the rice malt, there's nothing else really to this. Excuse me. If it wasn't for that fruity flavor in the back end, I would hate it, because that metallic medicinal flavor reminds me of like Tsingtao. It reminds me of Pearl River, Zangi. What's the other ones? Fuck, I can't even remember them right now. It reminds me of a bunch of Chinese beers. It also reminds me of Asahi Black and Asahi, and basically most beers from this region of the world remind me, have a lot of things in common. Just like most North American adjunct lagers have a lot in common. However, unlike just a average Asian adjunct lager, this has added flavors to it. This time, just that fruit flavor, which I'm assuming is yuzu. And if that's the taste of yuzu, or yuzo, or however it's pronounced, then I think I would actually like the fruit. I just hope it's not something like lychees and shit like that, where you have to peel this hard skin off of something and then you get a little bit of flesh to a pit. Just so much work for something. Out of 10 on this beer. Well, I think I'd get this beer a 7 out of 10. I actually am impressed with it. So, Kyuchu Breweries, Hitachino Nest, Saison du Japon. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir. I'll be on toast. See you soon. Bye-bye.